We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show, where our one rule is always remember Skara Bray. I am your host today, Bumpy McSquigums. This is something I've wanted to do for a very, very long time, and I didn't really know how anybody would react, if anybody would enjoy this, if anybody would like it, but I have put off playing this and really checking this out for quite a long time because The Bard's Tale 4 came out, and I was all about that new game sweetness, as it were. So, that all being said, I never really gave The Bard's Tale Trilogy, the original 3 games, a chance until literally yesterday. I decided I was going to hop in and play around with it, see if it's something I can actually cover, and I really like it. It's a lot of fun. It's difficult. There's a bunch of stuff that I don't understand or know. I'm going to try to stumble my way through it, but yeah, it's really, really good. I really enjoyed it, and I would like to share that with all of you guys. So, The Bard's Tale Trilogy by Chrome Studios and inXile Entertainment, released on August 14th, 2018. The original Bard's Tale, released back in 1985. I was 2 at the time. That all being said, I don't remember, but probably, I'm assuming that inXile Entertainment actually hooked me up with the code for this way back in the day. Maybe, or it was part of the Bard's Tale 4 collaboration thing that they were doing. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that's what happened. So a big shout out and a thank you to them for hooking me up with the code for this. If they didn't, that's totally fine too. I do like inXile Entertainment. They make some pretty incredible games, and I'm super happy to always and forever cover anything that they're sending my way. So, enough rambling, enough of a very, very, very long intro. Let's get into the game. I really hope you guys enjoy. I hope you check it out yourselves and you play around, you have some fun. I have played several hours of the game at this point, and I have a foothold and a rough understanding of what I'm doing. Literally minutes ago, I found a new button I could press that did cool stuff, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, we're going to start with Tales of the Unknown. That was, I believe, the original title for The Bard's Tale. It was Tales of the Unknown. So we're going to go with that. I kind of wish this could... oh, it does. Can you stop it from moving, too? Oh, you totally can. They disbelieved my wind dragon. They possessed my greater demon. Now it's up to the bard and his magic fire horn. Oh, yeah, I have that, don't I? Okay. So there's a whole bunch of insanity and craziness that's going to happen. I am going to probably make a ton of mistakes. There's going to be a lot of grinding, a lot of moving around and doing stuff. But, you know, like I said, it's pretty sweet. It's pretty cool. I really enjoy it. So I'm here for it. And once we do go through the entire trilogy, assuming I'm able to do so, I'd like to take another run at The Bard's Tale 4, because the limited time that I played it, I really liked it. So, alright. Yeah, I don't care. You have more than just an autosave. The song I sing will tell the tale of a cold and wintry day, when evil fled and brave men bled, like the Dark One came to stay. Of castle walls and torchlit halls, and a price men had to pay. I should have left the music up a little bit louder for this part of it. Till men of old, for blood and gold, had rescued Skara Bray. Oh, so good. So good. All right. Volume 1, the very first of the Bard's Tales, Tales of the Unknown. The Legend of Skara Bray. Long ago in the land of Caith, when magic still prevailed, the evil wizard Mangar the Dark threatened a small but harmonious town called Skara Bray. Overnight, all the town's militiamen disappeared, and Mangar froze the surrounding countryside with the spell of eternal winter, totally isolating it from any possible help. As evil creatures oozed into the sewers to join Mangar's shadow crusade, the future of Skara Bray hung in the balance. And who was left to resist? Only a handful of unproven young warriors, some junior magic users, a couple of bards barely old enough to drink, and a few out-of-work rogues. You are the leader of this ragtag group of freedom fighters. Luckily, you have a bard with you to sing your glories, if you survive. For this is the stuff of legends. And thus, our story begins. Ah, it's good. It's good. As you enter the guild, you catch the eye of the guild master. Well met, brave adventurer, but you come in the most dire of times. The evil wizard Mangar has cursed our town with his blizzard, and the streets are overrun with all manner of evil miscreants. You must help us defeat Mangar. In this guild, you will find many skilled warriors and mages that would join you in this quest. When your party is ready to set out into town, be sure to visit Garth's shop to the north and equip yourself for battle. He has the finest weapons and armor in Skara Brae, and indeed is the only shop brave enough to open these days. The city has an abundance of temples that are open night and day to heal your wounds, and I believe Roscoe is still doing good business, restoring magic points for your mages. And when your bard gets thirsty, be sure to visit one of the many inns and taverns. The Scarlet Bar to the south has the best selection in town. Now I will bid you good day, and good luck in your quest. The guildmaster smiles and returns to what he was doing. Alright, and now we get to either build a party or go with the default party. I kind of want to go with the default party only because I think like continuity from the first to the second to the third games probably all goes off of the original party members. But you get the idea. Whole bunch of buts. There's a small problem with this whole plan or course of action. I'm probably going to get everybody killed at some point or another. So I am going to have to create additional party members when things like that happen, if I do not have the money to revive the characters. So there's going to be quite a bit to do. I'm going to actually create an entire secondary squad. Those are my thoughts. That's my 2 cents. Feel free to share your thoughts down below in the comment section, guys and gals. Let me know what you think of the game after you see it actually getting played. So, real quick, we'll take a look. Here is the A team. Brian the Fist, El Cid, Marcus, Sir Grady, Merlin, and Omar. And they all start at level 2. Also, ironically and slightly oddly, they are all actually male characters. There's literally no female characters in the main group. Don't know why, just the way it is. And that's okay. So, we have a level 2, we have a human paladin, a dwarf warrior, an elf bard, a hobbit rouge or rogue, a gnome conjurer, and a gnome magician. So, double gnome action on the back end. Alright, so that is the party that we are actually going to run with. But for now, let's create a new team. I will lead the team. I will lead the team as a... I want to go with the Dwarf Warrior Halark. Is kind of what I want to go with. But I think what I'm going to do is... I'm going to check out the half-orc. Okay, we have a warrior, we have a... Ooh, what was my Krolvin, half Krolvin's name? I don't remember. I'm trying to think back to the days of old when I was playing Gemstone 4 and what I created. It's fine. I'm not loving... I'm not going to be a warrior, though, I don't think. I'm going to take a look at what the... Okay, we have all those classes. What the different classes are available to the different folks. And gnome. Okay, so human has the most. Anyhow, the plan is I'm going to be a dwarven paladin, I think. That is what I want to do. Alright, I'm going to reroll. I want strength, I want constitution, and dexterity. I want a decent amount of rolls here, so... I do want 18 strength, but I'd like to have a higher dex, yeah, something like that, and a higher constitution. It's not bad. And 27 hit point. You know what? I think I might roll with that. Yeah, let's say that that's what we're gonna do. All right, and we're gonna go with. We have basically every character in the game has a choice of what we could choose to be. As far as your character class, or sorry, picture. That doesn't look like a paladin, but I might go with it. I mean, there's a lot of cool pictures here. I like it a lot. I'm really looking on the right to see what's going on. So you'll have to bear with me as I do scoot through all these. Then we're getting into the normal stuff, yeah. Alright. I think I'm gonna go with this crazy bald dude here. Where is he at? This guy. I'm gonna go with the brute. I like it. And we're just gonna name him Kalar. If we were... You know what? Kind of want to rename him. That's fine, it doesn't matter. My paladin, my dwarven paladin's name would be Slytherin, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, so let's create another character. We're gonna go male. We're gonna go with human. I know. Actually, we're gonna go with half-orc. I'm gonna go with warrior. That's not terrible. I do want higher constitution, and I do want higher dexterity. Again, dexterity almost exclusively dictates your speed at which you act in combat. Oh, that's really good, but the HP is horribly low. All right, I'm just gonna roll with it. It's fine. We're gonna have to make up for it. This is gonna be Mutanat. Let's see what we can find here. I like it. I kind of want to make him a goblin, but that's okay. Okay. Do we have half-orcs? We really don't. We'll just make him a barbarian-looking thing. That's probably fine. You cannot. Works for me. Alright, we need... We're gonna go with another male. I know. Don't worry, we'll have a couple females getting thrown into the mix, probably. Alright, we're gonna go with our bard now. I think I'm gonna make him an elvish bard. Yeah, I think that tracks. Alright, I want really high dexterity if we can get it. Let's see, 16 is the highest I've seen so far. Can we really not get higher than 16? Well, I guess that's fine. Alright, let's see if we can actually pull 16. Oh man, all the other stats are just really bad though. 15 on strength. That's not terrible. Alright, you know what? Let's try something different. We'll have a couple of humans. I know it doesn't feel good to me either. But I think we just can get better stats off of being a human. The old hume. Okay, 16 strength is about the highest I see. 17 I saw. 15 dexterity. Okay. I'd like 14 or high. Actually, that's actually not bad. Dexterity. You know what? I'm fine with it. We're gonna run with it. Default. Let's go with a slightly different variant. There we go. The Virtuoso Bard. I like it. It's going to be Cupo goodness. We're bringing the PGS along for the ride, and, you know, others. All right. So create another character. We're going to go female this time. And I'm going to make her a hobbit. I'm so sorry. She's going to be a rogue. High dex. All right, what kind of strength are we looking at? 11. I think 11's the highest one. We had that. Bad constitution, though. Can we get 18 dex and like 11 plus or like close to it? What's the high at 12? I saw 12 on the constitution. Gotta roll the right characters here. Ooh, that's not too bad. I think I can roll with that. And 27 hit points to start with. That's pretty okay. All right, I have accepted it. And you know what? I'm kind of fine with that. Just gonna do a quick once over. I don't hate the idea of her being dressed in other clothing. Sneaky rogue, deadly hunter. Huh. Just gonna, again, scroll through pretty quickly, see if anything catches my eye. Yeah, we're gonna go with the default female rogue, and it's gonna be Chimera. Joining the squad, we're gonna create. We'll say another female. I'm gonna make her a gnome. Yeah, I think that's fine. And what are we gonna do? We're gonna make her. All right. So if you hover over stuff as a, yeah, if you hover over stuff as a, so fire, light, healing. Sorry. If you hover over stuff as a while you're playing, you actually get little pop-ups coming up here. I think I want you as a magician, but I'm not sure. I think I'll make you a conjurer. It doesn't really matter, honestly. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Sorry. I'm like losing my mind. Like, wait, what am I doing? Can we get 18 intelligence or is 17 our limit? I'm only seeing 17. All right, let's see what we can get off the 17 then. Strength is not important at this point. Oop, dang it. Come on. There it is. All right, dexterity 11. That's not bad. I didn't look at the dexterity. That's pretty decent on hit points. Spell points at 12. Let's see what the dex can get up to. 14 on the dexterity. Oh, there we go. That's the one. That's perfect. I accept that. And I'm gonna go with she's not a priestess, but it's fine. We're gonna go with Ava. And we got one more that we're gonna bring. Now you can bring up to 7, but they highly suggest that you leave one available. One slot available, so you can use summons in the game, and you can have folks that will join you, which does happen. Random monsters just be like, hey, I want to be your friend, and then you befriend them, and they join you. All right, we're going to create one final new member. It's going to be male. And I think we are going to go with elf this time. And we're going to make it a magician. Because the last one was a conjurer. Alright, so again, what's the highest dex? 16. What's the highest int? It's like 16 so far. Do we see anything higher than 16? Does not look like it. Alright, let's see if we can get lucky. What's the highest? I saw 13 down on Constitution. Okay. Ooh, 15, 15, 10's pretty good. 15, 15, 11's a lot better. You know what? I think I'll accept that. That's fine. And we're either going to go with Splooch or we're going to go with Commissar. Oh, I screwed up. All right, I thought I could. Never mind. All right, well, we're back to this again. Sorry, folks. Your HP's a little low, but I guess that's fine. I was hoping I could just back out. Let's see what we can find here. I think I'm gonna bring Commissar along for the ride. Commissar. Commissar along for the ride here. I mean, that feels like a monk. That feels like a monk. There we go. That's Commissar right there. All right. Party Commissar. Okay, so we have this. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go with more options. We're going to save party to roster. The B team. And now we're going to... Oh, you can rename. I didn't know you could do that. You can rename a character. That's... Okay, that's cool. I do want to rename a party member. Slytherin. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go back to the previous menu. We are going to go to... We're going to run with the original group. We're going to remove all members. We're going to go to add, and we're going to bring the A team along, which is Brian the Fist, El Cid, Marcus, Sir Grady, Merlin, and Omar. But we have the B team ready to go, and they will probably come into play at some point. Okay, so let's officially begin, even though like almost the entire episode is gone. It's finally time. You have stepped out into the town of Skara Brae for the first time. Would you like a quick tutorial on the game controls before you proceed? Sure, why not? WAS to move around the town, or the cursor keys. You can also left click on the game view to move around. Yeah, you'll see little arrows will pop up as we're on there. Hold down the right mouse button on the game view and you can look around to take in the view, which is pretty cool. I don't know that there's anything that you need to do that with, but it's an option. There's a pause button at the top left of the game that gives access to graphics, audio, game settings, as well as saving or loading the game. There is an action button on the top right of the game view that will drop down a ribbon of actions. Yeah, it's this one right here. Right there, yeah. To choose from, these actions are not usable during game events. I'm just going to take a peek. Where am I? I don't know what that is. Cast a spell, play a bard song, use an item, take a portal up, take a portal down, party attack, new party order, toggle minimap, and toggle journal. I didn't know that the journal existed until just a few minutes ago. Like the last few minutes that I was playing around. You can change the speed of that combat messages scroll by pressing the greater than or less than keys, or by adjusting the slider in the game settings. Pressing 1 to 7 lets you view the stats of any of your characters. If you left click and drag with your mouse on one of the party members' names below, you can change their position in the party. Only the first 4 characters will be hit by enemy melee attacks. You should try to keep a character slot free so that you can summon creatures or allow roving monsters to join your party. Below the game view, totals of your party's gold and inventory items are shown. Any item that is not equipped by a character will go into the communal inventory and is accessible through any player's inventory screen. That is all. Now go and stop Manga. Alright, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So yeah, if you right click, you can look around, which I think is kind of cool. I don't know if there's any actual application to that. This thing lights up when something's happening, like if there's a curse or something. What is this? Your party stops for a moment, takes a good look around. You are on Main Street facing east. It's now noon. If you hit F2, you can get the cloth map that was included back in the day with the original game. So we are here. We're right at this spot right here. To the north is the blacksmith, and all throughout the town there's a bunch of these little houses. We can go into almost every building, and there's just random creatures and encounters that happen all over the place. There are things that are blocking our pathways, like these things I think are statues or something. This is a church. This heals us. These 4 spots here. There's another church down here. And there's one here, and there's probably a few others all spread throughout. So they're very, very important, as you do have a limited amount of magic down here and limited amount of magic spells as well. Now, the problem is when you go into a dungeon, which we won't do for quite some time, or it's nighttime, you no longer regenerate mana. You need to be out in the sun. I guess all of our magic is solar powered. So you have to be out in the sun. I think there's items later in the game. I did like a little bit of research because I don't want to come in here and just be completely terrible. I actually want you guys to be able to enjoy it. So I have, like I said, a rough, broad understanding of what's going on. And hopefully that works. Hopefully that's all we need. I don't know. I haven't played with these. What is party attack? There's no need for party combat. New party order. What do you just do? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so if you want to do it that way versus doing it this way. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so I don't really need these things here. I did, like I said, I didn't know about the journal until recently. So this is your map. It will populate as we move around. In the original game, I think this existed. I don't know for certain. But this did not exist. This is pretty cool, though. This is the journal, and it gives you basically an in-game map. So you can see the totality of the map versus a small, bite-sized chunk of it. So, all right. Well, let us begin our adventure. We're going to go to Marcus. We're going to go to a song list. He's only got one song available. And I'm going to go with the Traveler's Tune, which will allow us to become more difficult to hit. Armor class in this game works the opposite of what you would expect. It's the opposite of like D&D and everything else, or I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But we all start at like, I guess, 10 armor class. Every chunk of armor that we add, so like say we have a breastplate that adds 3 or 4 armor or whatever, that actually is deducted from our total armor. It doesn't increase our armor. That's why Brian the Fist and El Cid, those are our paladin and warrior, are technically weaker by most standards of armor class 3 versus our Merlin and Omar, which are mages with armor class of 9. So the lower the armor class, the better. So when we cast the Traveler's Tune, it should lower everything by at least 1. Oh, lowered it by a bit more. Lowered it by 2. There are out of combat songs that you can sing, and then there's songs you can also sing in combat. You get, I think it's a song charge per level your bard is, and then you also have the same stuff when it comes to the spell list. So here we have Mage Flame, which will basically allow us to go into dark places. Trap Zap to get rid of actual traps. If you just use your arrow keys up and down, you can traverse these. Essentially, a torch will appear and float above. Arc Fire is a spell cast on things to hurt them. And then Shield is, same thing. It's a shield. So if you look here, it lasts for 590 minutes. That is, I believe, in-game time, not real time. So just be aware of that. And time is passing in-game right now as we're sitting here. So to be aware of that. Now let's see what Omar has as his spell list. Alright, we have Sabhar's Steelite spell. This is essentially allowing us, again, illumination. This will allow us to... The walls speak under the direction of the spell, revealing the location of the labyrinth. That will kind of reset our mini-map if we need it. Okay, and... that's pretty much it that we can cast right now. So we don't have anything that would really benefit us from casting out in the world at large. So we'll begin. This is the blacksmith. We can... let's actually take a look at our inventory real quick. We have gauntlets and a helm. We have a halberd, which is fine, and a tower shield and chainmail. So we can get better armor. The broadsword's fine. I actually prefer the axe, but it doesn't really make any difference. And again, we can get better armor there. Firehorn is unidentified special. We should probably look at that. He's got the war axe already. And I think he's maxed out with what he can get for armor. Actually, he can go to scale mail. Buckler, mace, whatever. That's fine. Yeah, that works. Maybe he can get a hat. I don't know. daggers and robes. We can get some gloves on them, and that's really about it. So, we're going to go in here, and we're going to go with Brian's. You know what? Let's go with Marcus. He's the bard. Maybe he's got a slight advantage in buying some stuff. I don't think so, but you never know. All right. I suppose... Oh, we can't really afford too much. All right. Let's go ahead and get a couple leather gloves. And let's go ahead and get the scale mail. Alright, we're going to go and we're going to go to Marcus. We're going to go to his inventory. Chainmail we just removed. And we got scale mail. We'll put that on him. We got leather gloves. That's going to be for 5. And 6. We got the gloves on. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can't get ourselves into a fight and win it. Oh god, there's no way. Alright, I will run from battles that are too terrifying to start with. I walked into that, and that was not something that I wanted to do. We found a mace. And a lot of times when you go into various rooms and things, there'll be tips and hints trying to teach you things about the game. So here we get to search the room, discover some parchment from the Adventurer's Guild Handbook. It reads, "Beware the doppelganger monster. It enters your party and looks just like one of your members." Huh. You see a dwarf. We're going to attack the dwarf with the first 4. Alright, so let's do this slower. Alright, so attack foes. Basically using your melee weapon, attack foes. We could use a bard song. We could use a ranged attack. So I don't know what his ranged attack would be. Huh. Because he doesn't have... It's fine. Attack foes. And then we can try to hide in shadows as part of our rogue. That does take his turn, but then his following turn, he's got more options. He can jump out, higher chance to hit, does more damage, critical strike, and stuff like that. And then our back 2 folks can't really do much. So we can cast spells, but again, we have very limited magic options and very few spell points. As we get a little further along, magics can become more and more viable, more useful, but also, again, very limited magic points. So in general, I am usually leaving the magicians on defend. So one of the options you could do if you wanted to is bring like a 7th person along as maybe like a hunter or something where they can actually shoot with bows and arrows and you get that little bit of extra. But then you don't have that slot available if a wandering monster wants to come in, or eventually you get a summon. You can summon like a wolf or a floating blade or whatever the case is, right? So anyway, we're going to defend, and then it goes over, do you want to do this? And you hit Y for yes, and the adventure begins. I have it set to the slowest setting, so it doesn't just auto-advance immediately and go through. But if I hit spacebar, it will advance to the next one. If I just sit here, we'll see how long it takes. There you go. Merlin defends. I hit spacebar. Marcus swings at the dwarf for 2. Sir Grady hit him for 7 already. The dwarf swung at Sir Grady but missed. And El Cid hits him for 4, damaging him and killing him. There we go. We got 13 experience and 110 gold pieces. You take a look at the bottom, and you see we basically got out of that without getting touched, which is pretty great. We found a dagger. 4 thieves. Alright, this is probably doable. I am going to cast a spell, though. I'm going to cast Arc Fire on the 4 thieves. And I think that's it. Alright, let's see what happens. Sir Grady hits the thief for 4. Thief stabbed but missed. Thief stabbed but missed. We killed one of the thieves. Omar defended. El Cid hit for 2. The thief stabbed Sir Grady for 2. Marcus hit him for 4, and Merlin hit him for 3, killing him off. And that's the end of the turn. There's 2 thieves left. Attack, 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 attack. Defend, defend, and go. 5-point hit for Sir Grady. Omar defends. Thief stabs but misses. And Brian the Fist says, "Good day, sir." The thief is done. We get the 60 experience and 315 pieces of gold. That's pretty sweet. Now, if we look at Brian, We've only gotten 88 experience so far. It's a long way to get from level 2 to level 3, but we are on that journey, on that path. And again, we only took 2 points of damage right here. So things are going quite well. And as you see on the little mini map here, the built-in boxes are the houses that I have gone to, that I have actually gone inside. You can go back to the houses, and sometimes there's new monsters in there. Sometimes you'll go into a place and you see something like this, and then when you leave, you immediately get attacked. So again, we discover more from the guild, the Venturers Guild Handbook. Be prepared to die a lot with level 1 and 2 characters, especially at night. Especially when you don't have any weapons and are just walking to Garth's shop. It might even be a good idea to stay close to a temple at night so you can quickly heal any wounds. Yep, that's not a bad plan. Alright, we are about out of time. Alright, this might be a little bit more challenging. Skelly boys are not the easiest things to take down. We're going to defend to C. Basically, Omar has our only heal right now. That's not a good heal. Ooh, 9 points on El Cid. Marcus hit him for 5. Brian hit him for 4. And Merlin killed him with a fireball. And we killed the other one. El Cid got the final blow. Very nice. 36 experience and 243 gold. We shall exit. And we shall go to Omar. Spell list. Okay, we're going to go down to Quick Fix. Regenerates 8 hit points for a character. I'm going to put it on El Cid. He's now basically 1 hit point away from max. And anytime you see a blue flash at the bottom, like you just saw there, that basically means that we've reclaimed or recovered 1 of our mana points. So you can use mana fairly frequently, but not every battle. If you use it every battle, you're maybe going to run into issues. And later on, when you get into battles where there's a lot more enemies and you're using spells that cost a lot more, it takes a long time for it to regenerate slowly, you know, as you're out doing stuff. There is a place that you can go to get it regenerated, but it's expensive, so. Searching the room, another one. There's dungeons deep underneath Skara Brae. Sewers, catacombs, the castle, and more. Each more dangerous than the one before. Yeah, the very first one I actually found my way into was the castle. That is not where you want to go. That's your first dungeon, by the way. It led to immediate death. Oh, yeah, I ran in. This is where all the credits are at. So you can see the remastered and exiled CEO Brian Fargo, developer of Chrome Studios Robert Walsh. The original program for the Apple II was written by Michael Cranford for Interplay Productions. The original 2016 remaster work by Oldie School or something, I don't know. Alright, cool stuff, cool stuff. We are about to end our adventure. One final word of advice or tip here. We're going to actually take the fight to these guys again. I will use my arc fire again because we're doing okay on spell points. After we finish this up, I will give you guys a hint. Eventually, as you go through, time will pass and night will fall. Night is, it's a rough time. There's actually quite a bit that you can't do at night. One of those things is, of course, replenish your mana supply. Another one of those things is you can't actually go and upgrade your characters. If you make it to the point where you could upgrade, you can't actually do that. And secondly, you can't actually go to the blacksmith. The blacksmith will shut down. You can't sell anything. You can't buy anything. It's a bit rough. So what you do in that case is you come back here to the Adventurers Guild. When you go inside and you come back, I love that you can see through the stained glass or through the window the scene that is actually in there. I think that's really neat. Anyhow, you go back in there, and when you come back out, it's immediately daytime or morning. So that is how you reset the night. If you don't feel like roaming through the night, or you're struggling, you're waiting, like, I'm never going to be able to survive this, or I need to sell or upgrade or whatever it is, make sure you head back to the Adventurers Guild, and that is where you'll be able to do all the things that you need to do. Essentially, you'll be able to reset the time. So, characters will die off. When they die off, they can be resurrected at one of the temples. I think I can bring you to a temple. Let me see if I can remember where it's at. It should be right here, yeah. This is a temple, the two hands there. You go there and you can heal the entire party. if it's only health missing and not much of it, it's not very expensive. So yes, but if someone dies based on what level they are, the more and more expensive it is to revive them. So do what you can in your power and your skill and ability to keep your folks alive. That's pretty much all I'm going to give you guys for this very first episode. I am going to dive back in and play some more. I really am having fun with this game, and I really do want to play it and share it with you guys and let you come along for the ride. So anyway, if you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, publisher, any of that stuff, down below in the description of the video, there'll be various links just like there always are. And until the very next one, I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you so much for stopping by the Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.